I genuinely can't believe that I slept on Peacemaker for so long, but I was so thankful that I was able to binge all of season one over the course of like 2 days. And season two, episode one came out last night, so I got to talk about it. This is going to be my full recap and review. This will contain spoilers for the first episode and probably some of season one's finale. So if you haven't watched it yet, this will contain spoilers. You've been warned. First off, I have to mention that intro change. I loved the intro for season one. I thought it was one of the best intros that for a TV show that I have ever seen, and I'm not really vibing with season two's intro, but I'm sure it'll catch on. Season two picked up exactly where we left off at the end of season one, and I thought that this change was pretty cool. I probably wouldn't have noticed it had I watched season one when it came out, but in season one, on this bottom image, we see the original Justice League, and in season two, up here at the top image, we see the Justice Gang. It appears that all of our characters are actually going through it. They are in the trenches right now. Chris is struggling with his identity. He wants to be taken serious. He, is having some emotional conflict. Harcourt has probably one of the best scenes of this entire show. Had it not been for one I'm going to touch on in a minute, but this bar fight scene was absolutely amazing. She is struggling with herself at this time. It seems like Adebayo is struggling financially. She's living in, this kind of like hotel scene that doesn't look very nice, but she seems all right. So, I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but she's probably struggling too, let's be honest. Economist is, carrying on with what he usually does. He's spying on Peacemaker. He's working for Argus and Rick Flag Sr., who is still upset that Peacemaker killed his son. So his entire job is literally just spying on Peacemaker 24/7 and watching what he's doing. Now, like I said earlier, Peacemaker is struggling with his identity. He wants to be taken serious. He tried to join the Justice Gang, which this scene was sad. I mean, they're just sitting here making fun of him, and he can hear every single word while he's going into like this dive on his depression. So like, I was feeling for him at this moment, but I would be lying if I said I didn't laugh a couple of times. So Chris ends up discovering that he has all of these like pocket universes in his closet that he is living at in his dad's, former house, and, tie into the pocket universe from Superman movie. He ends up exploring one of these pocket universes and finds his, family, like his brother is grown up, he's grown up, his dad is still alive, and they end up connecting, and, he feels all those emotions that he wanted to feel. It's like everything was completely normal in his life and it wasn't, a train wreck from the start. So like, that was probably my favorite part of this episode. I thought it was extremely emotional and loved it. But then a Peacemaker from that universe, I'm assuming, finds him and they end up fighting, and Chris ends up taking out the Peacemaker. It was self-defense, but I don't know how that's going to play out. And that is where the episode ended. I am super excited for next week. It started out on a slow note, but it was an emotional note, and I absolutely loved it. I have a feeling that James Gunn is going to absolutely cook on this season. Let me know, what were your thoughts on season 2, episode 1 of Peacemaker, and are you looking forward to next week?